Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers. Welcome back to another live stream. Today we are joining the IVAO North America online day, and we are actually standing here at Las Vegas. We are going to fly into Burbank today with the Southwest Classic livery Boeing 737-700 from PMDG. I have no add-on scenery here for Las Vegas, as you can see. And I also had problems with the custom views, so I didn't set them up as well. Let's jump right into the aircraft. And as you can see, we have already the ground power available. Emergency exit lights are armed and covered, and the battery is on. All others is still and the position lights are on as well. All the rest is set to cold and dark mode. So I'd say without further ado, let's jump into the start of the flight. So let's start up with the overhead panel where we already are at. We can check here standby power or ground power. Why does it say ground power is not available? That's interesting. Okay, nevertheless, forward fuel pump turn to on, otherwise we will not be able to start the APU later on. Yaw damper can be set to on already. Okay, it's not possible to do that right now. Engine mode selector both set to off. Attendant button is working. Chime is working as well. We don't need any lighting at the moment. Window heat can be turned on already. Don't need anti-ice. Electric pumps can be turned on. Then we have the lights here. Position lights are on. Flight level altitude will be set to 290. I know that already. I will check the landing altitude later on. We can turn the packs to auto here. Isolation valve is open. APU bleed off because APU is not yet on. Cabin temperature. Oh, that's Fahrenheit here. I have no idea how to calculate that. So let's just do it a little bit colder. Turn the IRS buttons to nav and switch that to heading STS. Flight recorder. Okay. Set to test. Seems to be working as the off light is off. Mach airspeed warning working. Stall warning test is working as well. We have the landing gear all three green here. So we are done above here. Landing gear lever is down, 3 green. Idle, throttle is set to idle. Fuel is cut off. Transponder will be set to standard IFR 2000. And whoops, come on. Okay. Anyway, check the these are working as well. These are the fire extinguisher tests. All three are green. Come on. Okay, all green. That's working. Still no EFB yet, but this will come on a later date. I set up the approach here, the checklists here. Okay, and for now, let's start to jump into the FMC. Check our position and choose the GPS left position. And now the FMC is gonna be aligning, and we can check up here. Normally there should be I think this will just change in a second, because there should be the time remaining until the FMC is aligned. But never mind, we just continue with the setting here. And oh, I forgot that we want to connect to IVAO as well. Pilot UI, where are you? There we go. 620. Okay. So Boeing 737. And we are connected. Okay, so we're going to Burbank. Oh, and I again forgot the passenger. What is the name? PAX. My passenger simulation tool. Okay, let's check the real world flight, because actually this is a real world flight. Departure will be 40 minutes past the hour, and until now the departure time is on time. So I will now start my flight here. Flight time will be, let's make it make it 55 minutes, and time until takeoff actually are 28 minutes. That's correct. No, that's not correct. It's well, plus taxi time, make it 45. No, that's a little bit long, I guess. Well, anyway, make it 45. Okay, so we play no specific boarding music. We have just serving snacks and drinks. And we can start it. Okay, so boarding started, and now we continue here. Southwest Airlines 620. Let me check the weather here. 020 at 10. Okay. Oh, and what I forgot, FS actions, ground services. So ground power is connected. Fuel truck. Okay, so we have that set into pounds here. So that's interesting now. So let's just see, because I have to change my flight plan now to match it with the pounds. So we have block fuel of 13,066. 13,066. So let's make it 100 and request a fuel truck. I can release the stairs. Go to jetway. We, by the way, have 126 passengers aboard today. And this is now but never mind. Okay, so these are connected, and now doors, open the front door and go back to ground services, and we can deplane. Hi Mexique, welcome to the stream. About the baggage, I have no idea how much baggage we have aboard. There must be a... Here we have. Cargo is 8 pounds. I mean 8,000 pounds. So we make it 4,200. And here we will make it 3,800. And then I don't know why I cannot start the fueling process. Maybe I have to open some doors. Cargo forward, open, equipment match, hatch open, open door. I have no idea. Wheel chocks are set. Here is the fuel truck connected, and it is indeed connected. I am very fine, thank you very much. I hope you're doing well as well. And you cannot log into Discord, okay? Is there a problem with your Discord there? Okay, that is set. And I cannot unload. That's weird. I cannot use that. And maybe we have to wait until these cards arrive. But it's weird that we cannot start the fueling process. So we have to do it manually then. So maybe there is a problem with Discord, although I have none. Does it say something about the password wrong or something? Or is it just like not working? Is there any error message? Okay, I can start to unload the back. And arrival hold. Fuel truck. I can... Okay, well, release the fuel truck. It's not working. What do you mean? Which moment is interesting? So the fuel truck is now detaching. I have to do that manually. And I would like to, but you can see arrival hold here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the fuel truck here. Okay. Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on there, because I have no problem with the with Discord. Mine is working perfectly fine. So the forward cart is now arriving. There it is. And I would like to continue doing the baggage. Let's check about the boarding status.
How's boarding going back there?
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need.
Okay, so 13 minutes are left. But yeah, this one could not arrive because of the fuel truck here. That was the problem. And now the forward card is connecting. I don't know what he's connecting, but maybe he's turning off his little car. I don't know. And we can start. I can release the aftercard because it's already done. And then I have to set up my fuel manually. Total fuel 13,100 pounds. And this is set now. Okay, doors are fine. Pushback, I do not need that. Straight out, standard left. Dot the I, cross the T. None. Okay, I have no idea. So I leave that. Auto cruise. What is that? I don't know. I don't think it's of any importance. Okay, so check the departure here. We have wind with 020 at 10 knots. So runway 01 will be active. And so I think we're gonna depart from runway 01 right via the where's my flight plan? Via the Radiator 2 arrival, silver transition. Hector transition. And after Hack we fly direct to Cream. Direct Cream. And from there on we join the Jenny 5 into Burbank's runway 08. Okay, zero fuel weight will be entered here. Cruising altitude is flight level 290. We have reserves, let me check, of 3.7 plus our extra fuel. So that makes it 5.9 because I took a 2.7. Oh right, 2.7. So that actually made 6.4 thousand pounds of extra fuel. Cost index today is 51. The cruising wind is 287 at 35. And the temperature on here is about outside air temperature, well yeah, minus 42, that's okay. Transition altitude of 18,000, that's okay. Let's see what happens if I click on perf init request, what if there is something change or so. Okay, the gross weight is now okay, I don't think there's something changed there. I think we can depart with 22k. I know that there is 737. I know that there is a calculation tool. Which is, I think, free to use, which can tell you that, but I don't know. So the runway is fairly long with about 3,000 meters, so we can take a outside air temperature of 60 here roughly. It's fine. Climb 1. Takeoff will be a flaps 5 departure. CG is set, and then we have our V speeds. Trim is 6.5, so let's set that already. 6.5. That takes a little bit. There we go. 6.5 is set. I have no idea what this is. Okay. That's okay. Cruise will be flight level 290. Descent, we make it, no, actually 240 is okay. We are in the States here. And I can do the weather forecast. So if I check the weather for Burbank, we have an altimeter of 3016. Okay, how is this working? 3016. Yeah, okay. I have to do that. Is the dot in the middle? Temperature will be 21 degrees. And winds, I have to check my descent, so let's make it 200, 150 and 100. So we have winds of 285 was 26. Then we have 278 was 20. And we have 308 with 14. Okay, and executing. This is set. Okay, so the FMC is set as well. This is still working here on the, and I think that we can now release potable water. We can clear the forward cards because they are done. Ground power is still active, of course, and targets 13,100 pounds. That's fine. Okay, there we go. So we don't need any lights here today, as everything is daylight. And now let's check the pre-flight checklist. So parking brake is now set. Battery guard is closed. That's fine. Standby power is closed. Left center fuel pump is on. No, left center is off because there is no fuel anyway. Left after fuel pump. Oh, is it the left after one? Oh, I chose the left forward one. Okay, never mind. The APU is not yet on. Of course, APU generators are off. Position lights are steady. Logo lights not necessary. Cabin lights. Emergency lights guard is closed. Passenger signs are on. Packs are auto. IRS mode selectors are set to nav, and the FMC is set. So pre-flight checklist completed. And now we basically can just wait until we have finished our boarding. I could already set the arrival here as well. Let me see the charts. So we're gonna fly the Jenny 5, and we're gonna fly. Let's check the weather again. The weather says 150 at 4 knots, so we can fly the 4-stacks visual approach runway 15. That's great. Okay, airport and parking gates. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so I will now do the departure brief. So I will show you now Navigraph. There we go. Okay, so basically we are here at the Bravo gates. We're gonna push back here and then taxi out, I think via Whiskey, down on Delta, and then all the way down to Delta for runway 01 right. Then we're gonna depart on the radar to departure. So we will fly on, actually, okay, yeah. So actually we're gonna fly on a heading of 014 to 2,682 feet, and then turn left direct to Bessie, which is here, which we cross at or above 5,000. Then on track 191 to to Hurley, and then continue on Gruden, where we be at 10,000 or above, and then direct Radir, where we have to be 13,000 feet or above, and then we continue to Silver, Topak, and Hector. So what we're gonna do now is let me see if I can make that so that you can still see it. Like this maybe. No, so as this is an RNAV departure, we definitely need the FMC here because we don't have the waypoints in. But what we're gonna do is we will type in Hector VOR 112.7. So we type that in 112.7. Just to make sure that oh well, actually we can leave that. Just to make sure that we can receive that, and then we know on how to proceed on the route. So then we're gonna fly our route here from Silver to Cream. After Cream, we fly to... There's Hector, by the way, so we're gonna fly to Hector. Let me see the route, by the way, because after Hector it doesn't make any sense if we then fly to Cream, because Cream will be...
We've got a passenger refusing to listen to us and return to his seat. The situation is escalating. What do you want to do?
Let's see if we can talk to the passenger and get them calmed down.
All right.
So we just have a passenger on board, which is refusing to return to his seat, and I had the option to choose what we're gonna do, either report him or talk to him, and now we chose talk to him, and now we wait what's happening. I don't know how long this will take, but departure time will be in 23 minutes. So anyway, about the route. So Cream is over here, while Hector is over here. So to fly to Hector after that doesn't make any sense at all. So I think after Hector we can finally start the approach into Burbank here. Let me quickly check the charts for Burbank here. So we have the Fernando star, Jenny 5. Well, the Jenny 5 is basically correct. Although no, I think we're gonna fly the Lynx 8. That does make more sense. As you can see here, it's starting from Hector, and then we can fly all the way down to Lynx, and then we're gonna fly the visual approach into runway 15. I now just need to check my flight plan again. So we're gonna fly Lynx 5, or is it Lynx 5? I can't remember. Lynx 8. It is Lynx 8. Okay, so Lynx 8, and then let's see. Okay, submit. I think I can. Okay, that was wrong. Okay, so let's just do that again. So Lynx 8. So I think the passenger returned to his seat. As I didn't hear anything else. So, yeah. Okay. So basically, let's try that again. Let me just quickly turn off Navigraph for you, and then choose runway 15, Lynx 8 via Hector transition. Okay. There we go. Now let's check the legs. Okay, so we have to complete arrival route in there. If you want to have a look here, we're gonna fly to Lynx and then to Fanuy's VOR. Although I guess that we will have an approach clearance way earlier here after passing Jenny maybe. But we will see. Okay, so let me check packs again here. Is there anything I have to... no, that's okay. Okay, so we are basically now ready to go. So we start the APU. I don't understand why ground power is still 0, but anyway. Turn on the fuel pumps. APU is now starting. Turn on the anti-collision lights and already plan our pushback. I must not forget to disconnect stairs and stuff like that. So this is set. I can now release the jetway. Yep. And then
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 620.
ground
with
service.
California. Our flight time will be roughly 55 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed,
Release
please make
and
sure that
release.
all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full
APU
upright
generator is now running.
Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
I can now release the ground power and set the parking brake, remove the wheel chocks, and then I can request pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
So we continue now with the checklist. So APU is start, APU generators are on, ground power is now off and disconnected. Pumps are all on, so I now request IVAO clearance as there is no controller online, or actually let me check again. No, there is no controller online yet. So transponder is set to standard IVAO code of 2000.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Departure.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Takeoff is 134, so I set the V2 to 134.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
So I will release them soon. I just check about the initial climb.
Please release parking brake.
At or above top altitude is flight level 190, okay.
Please release parking brake.
190. There we go. And release the brake.
Parking brakes are released.
So, heading will be set to
Yeah, we'll start in the
010. There we go. And we can now start the engines. So, packs off. APU bleed on. And starting engine number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on,
Initial altitude is set. Yaw damper is on. Window heat is on. Flight altitude is set. Landing altitude is not yet set. So let me quickly do that. We check the airport's elevation, and the airport elevation is 778. So 778, make it 800, and turn on engine number 2.
In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the
Oh, I have the door still open. I'm sorry.
compression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your
Opened.
nose and mouth. Secure
Closing.
your elastic behind your head.
And the
Tighten
cargoes
your
are
strap
open
and
as well.
connect
Equipment
your
hatch is
properly.
open.
Although
I don't know
the
why
bags
it's
are not
open
complete,
because I never
oxygen
opened
is
that,
very
but
sensitive.
anyway.
If you're traveling with
Please
a
set your
child or
parking
someone who
brake.
requires assistance, secure your mask
Brakes
on
are set.
and
Brakes set.
assist others.
And starting now. No, not yet. Now starting engine number 1.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Probe heats can be turned on as well.
Disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position, waiting for the visual.
I wait
Thank you
until
and goodbye.
20% and 2. And there we go. And now engine start. Okay, so window heat is on as well. Flight altitude is set. Landing altitude is set. We can now turn on the flight directors. Here and the other one. We can set LNAV. We don't set yet VNAV. The minimums will be in case of a return here to the airport. We will just check the approach for runway 01 left. So the decision height minimum build basically will be 284. So we can set that already. Okay, something is wrong here, although it's not showing anything. Oh, here it's doors and air condition. Okay. So engine generators now on, APU generators off. APU can be set off, APU bleed off, packs to auto. Isolation valve can be set to auto as well. And what about here, equipment and forward cargo? I think there are some doors opened, so maybe there is a... Let me check. No, these are... Oh, okay. Okay. So minimums are set, auto brake is set to RTO, comm radios are set and doors are now closed. Yeah, now the lights are off. So pre-flight checklist is okay. Before start checklist should have been done already, but I did that, I think. Yeah, anti-collision lights are on, hydraulic pumps are on, parking brake is set, ground equipment was removed, engine area is clear. So engine start checklist is basically done as well. Before starting checklist, generators 1 and 2 are now on, probe heat is on as well. Wing anti-ice as well as engine anti-ice not required. PAX auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off. APU is off, engine start switch is set to continuous. Flaps are now set to 5. At least should be done. Yeah, okay, set to 5. Elevator trim set for takeoff. I did that 6.5. That should be, yep, that's still it. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Flight controls check. Full back, full down, full left, full right, rather full left, full right. That's fine. So all flight controls are free and correct. Recall button is checked. Taxi lights now on, and runway turn-off lights as required. We don't need them, but just so that everyone can really see us, we turn them on. Brakes released, give 40% and 1 until we start to taxi. There we go, and then back to idle. We are a little bit slow, so let's leave it at 40%. We set a course of 0.1. No, actually, what's the ILS frequency at the ILS course? 0.14. Okay. So set it to 14. Heading is 14 as well, and this is 14 as well. Throttle back to idle now. Fuel use, we reset it and then back to rate. So I don't know why the aircraft is losing speed here. Idle thrust should be enough, basically. Don't know why it isn't. And I did not set the altimeter 3025, so let's quickly do that. 3025. 3025 is set here as well. Departure will be in 8 minutes. Although I did something wrong here, because actually departure was 10 minutes ago. We had a little interruption with the passenger there. but yeah. Actually, the real flight is departing at 10:54. I don't think they had problems with the passenger, but they were just landing a little bit later than expected. And now we'll now go back to Whiskey here. I could have taxied down here as well and then to the right, but here on Whiskey that's fine as well. So I can reduce the thrust a little bit, but I don't want to go back to idle. So the cabin advised already they are ready for departure. And I will now taxi via Whiskey, just straight ahead. And then we can start, once we do the left turn on the next taxiway here, we can then do the before takeoff checklist. Okay. Unicom frequency is set. Okay, so center fuel pumps are not required, anti-ice is not required, cabin lights as required. Cabin told me they are ready for departure, but I just ding them again so they know that we're gonna depart soon. Flight instruments checked, engine instruments are checked, takeoff data V1 126, let's see, 128 and 134 is set and checked. Nav equipment is set. LNAV engaged already. Whoops, what's going on here? What was happening here? Yeah, nav data is checked as well, and so we are now ready for departure. We now set the transponder mode to on, all the lights on, and strobe lights on. Don't need the logo lights here. And we are on runway 01 right. Landing lights are on, strobe lights is on, taxi lights, well, we keep them on. Transponders TARA, traffic is now set and on, and we can now start the clock here. There we go. No, we don't need that. Okay. So 40%. Auto throttle arm. Stable. And toga. So we're gonna fly runway heading until 2,682 feet.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. And there we go.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. And we have the 2628, so we can now fly the turn. Auto brakes off. Whoops. And we now fly over the city here. Wonderful. And we can now turn the autopilot on, VNAV on. Gear lever into the off position. Auto brakes are off. Flaps 2. Flaps 1. Taxi lights off. We leave the engine mode selectors on to continuous until we are out of the departure or takeoff procedure. Flaps up. Speed check. Flaps up. Engine mode to climb, and we can delete that, or actually let's make it back to climb. Okay. Can turn on the terrain radar, and then we can see the mountains here. I actually have no idea what this 060 and 110 means. Seems to be a safe flight level. Or safe altitude, I don't know. Okay, so after takeoff, checklist, positive rate of climb, gear is up and into the off position. Auto brakes are off, flaps are completely retracted. Runway turn off lights are off. Landing lights, well, we can turn them off. And cabin lights not required. That's fine, we are following our route. Everything looks fine here as well. Can turn that back into the off position. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And actually, I didn't use that before. Okay. Well, it's a little bit sad that you cannot see this one down here. So you this one is better than, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the last point.
So this is, I think, the best here. Hi Alex. First, welcome to the stream, and I am almost done with reading your explanations about the pneumatics. Not completely at the moment, but almost done. I think I will finish it after tonight's stream. And for now, it's very promising, as I already said. It's very detailed and very good explained, and I think it's definitely possible to do a video about it. That just needs some time, but I can definitely use some of the explanations and pictures and stuff, or at least I now have a good, let's say, idea of which pictures I could use. And we can now turn off the landing lights. And we now have ATC. In Burbank. That's also very, very nice. So we will contact SoCal once we are inbound Palmdale. Yes, Alex, it's definitely simple enough, I think. Well, I will... Oh, and basically we can continue the climb. Good thing there is a signal. I think there will be some questions, but I guess they will arise once I'm doing the video. For now, I think that everything is clear. We can now set the standard pressure of 29902, and I definitely have to take care about the camera views here. Actually, this is, by the way, not only the real-world flight, but it's also the real-world aircraft, because currently there is November 714 Charlie Bravo flying as well in the real world. This is nice. External camera 7 is the one I was looking for. Yeah, that's right. Of course, you can always go more detailed, but I think, for, as you said, for the basics, this is absolutely enough. And I think it's getting a very theoretical video as well, because well, there's actually not that much I can show in the video. So I will have to use a lot of pictures and stuff to make the video more interesting. Well, yeah, we have the possibility to do an advanced video, but well, to be honest, at the current state, I'm not sure if I want to do that, just because I think it's too detailed, and there are not a lot of people really wanting to see that, because I don't think there are a lot of people interested in it. And to be honest, it's a lot to learn also for me, so yeah. But it's good that we have the option available for us to do that, just in case we want to. And we are now, by the way, passing Silver. Hey, Alex. Thank you very much. Yep, I will contact you short before Palmdale VOR, which will be the point to contact you, I guess. And Alex, just I want, if possible, I would like to have the forced X visual approach. Yeah, and to the other Alex, that's right. The guide you did is definitely way more detailed and way more advanced than all the others are. Definitely, so there is absolutely no discussion about that. And we're now approaching flight level 290. Yeah, I have now 2 Alex in the chats, so, or at least I had. So, so let me show you the approach. So first of all, we have the Lynx 8 arrival. So that means we pass Hector down here and then fly to Basel, Copel, Palmdale, and from there to Jenny, Eiffel, Lynx, and Van Nuys VOR. But we're gonna fly the 4-stacks visual approach if the approach controller gives it to us. So that means that after Palmdale VOR, basically Palmdale should be somewhere over here. So after Palmdale, I guess we get a heading of about, well, either direct Fillmore or a heading roughly into this direction. And then we're gonna join the 4-stacks visual, which means we pass these mountains here on the northern side on a heading of roughly 080. Then we pass the other mountains, San Gabriel Mountains, on the southern side at roughly 4,000 feet, and then we turn right visual for the approach of runway 15 once we have the 4-stacks here, almost 90 degrees right of us. And we need to be at about 3,000 once we turn into the final. Yeah, so, and that's it. And then when we approach here runway 15, we will land down here, auto brakes, I think low, or in Boeing it's called 1, or maybe 2, and then we vacate here to the left onto the apron and taxi to a gate down here on this side. Basically, we're gonna take gate Alpha 1 to Alpha 7, something about that. Yeah, and for the fix, let's see, fix is runway 15, and from runway 15 I make it roughly about, well, if this is 5 DME, let's make it 7 DME. Distance 7 DME. And then I know that I have to be at 3,000. Oh, I'm sorry, I know you cannot see that. Why did he land on the wrong airport, or what do you mean? So I want to have this at 3,000 feet. Roughly. And crazy. Okay, so, and basically I can now tune in 113, come on, 113.1, which is Van Nuys VOR, just so we have it in. Okay, and for the missed approach, there is no published missed approach, so if we have to go around, then we need instructions from the controller. Yeah, and that's it so far. So let's check back. Palmdale. Palmdale has to be crossed at 13,000 or below. So we type that in, 13,000 B. And Jenny has to be crossed at 8,000. This is quite important. We can now check the progress page, and we will have 8.7 thousand pounds of fuel on board once we arrive Burbank. And what we can also do is that we tune in so-called approach 13385, because this will be our next controller. 13385. And what I will also do is, I should have done that already, 121.5, which is the guard frequency here, so I want to listen to that as well. And let's check with the cabin crew. Generic.
We're just checking in. Let us know if you need anything.
You got it.
Yeah, seatbelts auto. I'm not sure if this is auto position or on position, so that's why I tested it. Yeah. And as you can see, we are almost here at top of descent again. And I will now have a look where the real flight currently is, and if they departed on time. I don't think they departed already. That's quite interesting here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There is no real-world Southwest 620 flight at the moment. Oh, there is. Okay, okay. Show on map. Let's see. Actual departure. Well, that's quite funny. Actual departure was 10:49 local time, and that was our local time here as well. Let's see. Yeah, 10:49. We now have 11:12. So 7 hours behind GMT. And so, funnily enough, this Southwest Airlines flight did depart at the exact same time as we did. And they are expected to land at 11:35 at the moment, 11:37. And look at that, we are landing at 11:36. And I will now just start the recorder tool, and I hope I won't forget it, so that I can then finally record my landing. Well, yeah, if you're behind it, then the aviation mechanisms might be easy, but well, you really have to read into it. Yep, Alex, I will do that. As I said, when I cross Palmdale, I will contact you, and Palmdale will be crossed at 13,000 or below. And to the other Alex, yeah, definitely, that's good. That's possible that the mechanisms are easy, but you really have to read into it. I mean, basically, in the end, of course, like pneumatics, everything is just valves and pipes and stuff like that. But, well, to remember everything, and that's hard. And we're now getting closer to our top of descent here. Very nice textures here. "36 minutes until our expected arrival," and that's let me see, 18:16, 18:36. So that's exactly 20 minutes, and we have 30. That's fine. So we even have time for one go around, basically. Yeah, reset MCP alt. So we set that down to 120. Because we're now almost here at the top of descent. Oh, and actually I just saw on the charts that at Copal we have to be at 14,000. So that's important to know. Pressurization, so we can check, but altitude is perfect here. Whoops, there we go. So this is checked. Recall button is checked. Auto brakes will be set to 2, but let me check the approach charts or the runway charts. So we have 6,886 feet of a runway. That's not very long, but I think that yeah, auto brakes 2 is okay. So auto brakes 2 are set. Landing data. We have to do that now. Flaps 30. Wind correction of 5 knots makes it a VREF of 137. Okay, so this is set. Actually, the minimums is there is no minimum, so we can reset. Oops, we can reset that. And approach briefing, we did that, is completed. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have started our descent now into Burbank, and as it looks now, we will be almost 10 minutes earlier than expected. The weather is fine, so we won't expect any turbulences during the landing. And for now, please bring your seats in the upright position and help the cabin crew by handing over all the litters you have. I wish you now a nice landing, and at this point, thank you very much for choosing Southwest today. I hope to see you on the next flight as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have started our descent now into Burbank. And as it looks now, we will be almost 10 minutes earlier than expected. The weather is fine, so So we are now here at Koppel, and as you can see, we are above our perfect descent path. So normally the aircraft should tell me now drag required. I have no idea why it's not doing that. Well, maybe it's making it. I don't know. We will see. What is is to compare systems? Yeah, I already thought about that, comparing systems between MD, Airbus and Boeing. Although I think the most interesting part, of course, will be Airbus and Boeing, as these are still flying up to date. And but yeah, in the future, someday maybe we could do that. And we now set to a local pressure, so descent path is not how to get the okay. Okay. So we have the speed brakes now out. You can see that here, speed brakes are out. Well, yeah, the MD is flying, but not, you know, not in Europe, and I don't think in North America as well. Maybe some single ones. And we continue now the descent, 12,000. We are now inbound Palmdale. And we will now switch over to Sokol. And before we contact him, we will check the weather again, because I need the altimeter setting, which is 3014. 3014, and now we can contact Sokol. Sokol approach. Hello, this is Southwest 620. We are inbound Palmdale and descending to 12,000.
Southwest 620, SoCal, squawk 7206 and ident.
7206 and ident, Southwest 620. 7206. No, that's the wrong button. And now I just have to find the ident button. There it is. And we are reducing the speed here, but actually there is no need of.
Southwest 620, squawk ident.
Yeah, I pressed squawk ident. Give me a second, I'll try it again if it's working. Okay, I just pressed ident again. Is it working?
Southwest 620, negative. Are you doing it with the cockpit or the pilot client?
I'm using altitude, and I just used the ident button on the client.
Southwest 620, we just got it now. Radar contact 14,000 feet. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect a 4 stacks. Visual runway 15. Burbank. Altimeter is 3014.
Altimeter 3014, descending 8,000 and expecting the 4-stack visual runway 15, Southwest 620. Oh really? Are they using it? Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Approach, by the way, we did it. We have the altimeter setting. Now back to landing. So we can change them to continuous here as well. Why is that not working? Can you please? Okay, now that's weird.
Southwest 620, SoCal, depart waypoint links at heading 170.
Departing links heading 170, Southwest 620.
We have begun our final descent into California. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat furniture.
So we can set now heading 170 already. There we go. And we are descending now to 8,000. And we have now roughly 10 minutes for landing, so I ding the cabin. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Not a problem.
And we can take the speed brakes now in again. Do I?
Southwest 620 is able, speed 120, correction, 210.
Speed 210 knots for Southwest 620. So reducing the speed now to 10, using the speed brakes. Well, on the other hand, we don't have to use them. Let's leave it in. Because according to the charts, we should cross Jenny at 8,000, but we didn't have a restriction on the descent. We just are cleared for 8,000. So I can just reduce the speed and then continue the descent. No, Alex, that's ground terrain radar. Weather radar is not working, and I found out why. This is because the flight simulator has not yet installed the correct API, or as it is called in the flight simulator, SDK. So therefore, it is not yet possible to, well, basically program your own weather radar. Nevertheless, the SDK update is pronounced for June. The center maintains 7,000 Southwest 620. Descent now 7,000.
Southwest 620, just advising you, we have another aircraft coming into Burbank. I don't have contact with them yet, so just be advised.
Okay, roger that. Do you have any information about the aircraft, like distance to the airport or stuff like that? Roger. And I will do something else now. Fix. I'll go for...
Southwest 620 aircraft is a 737-700, about 30 miles west of the Burbank airport. He's coming in on the Rocker 2 arrival.
Okay, roger that, Southwest 620. And I will do a radial of 080.
So Southwest 620 for now, maintain present heading.
Maintain present heading, Southwest 620. Descent path unachievable, of course. Well, yeah, basically the aircraft is 30 miles away, so that's not really much, and he has not yet contacted approach, so well, of course we have to wait until well, what happens. Let's see. I mean, I don't have any exact position, but that's also not a big problem. And by the way, I have the traffic on the TCAS here.
Southwest 620 heading 210.
Heading 210, Southwest 620.
Southwest 620 traffic, 11 o'clock, 13 miles, about 1,000 feet above you, 737-700 reporting site.
We have traffic on the TCAS, Southwest 620.
Roger.
What do you mean with guest posts? There's the traffic here on the TCAS. Don't have him in sight yet. The thing is, as he doesn't contact the controller, we doesn't know what he's doing or what he intends to do.
Southwest 620 left heading 140, descending 6,000.
140, descending 6,000, Southwest 620. And let me now start the recording, because otherwise I will forget it again.
Southwest 620, speed 170.
Speed 170, Southwest 620. Well, and I should now here fly left of these mountains here. No, actually I should have gone here. Flaps 1, speed check flaps 1.
Southwest 620 left heading 090, descend and maintain 5,000.
090 and descend and maintain 5,000, Southwest 620.
Southwest 620 cleared for 4 stacks, visual approach to runway 15.
Clear the 4 stacks visual approach runway 15 Southwest 620. No, I don't think I can tune that. Here's nothing working here. Autopilot disconnect, manual flight. Flaps 2 and flaps 5. Flaps 5, flaps 10 actually. Let's so we set the heading to 150, so in case we go around we can just use the autopilot here. We will now descend again a little bit. No, I cannot move that. There's no possibility to move it. Nothing. Speed 150 now. Flaps 15. And gear down. I'm writing in chat. I'm writing in chat. Yeah, I was typing in chat with the like I tried to contact the other aircraft here. Flaps 20. And 137 is VREF. And flaps 30. So come on, landing checklists. Engine is continuous, speed brakes, armed, landing gear down, flaps 30 and green. And we can now turn already.
Southwest 620, winds calm, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land 15, Southwest 620. Well, we turned here a little bit too early. We have the airport inside here. It's a little bit windy in here. And there actually is the runway as well. Well, you can see that here. And Southwest 620, could we have an update on the other aircraft, please?
Southwest 620, the aircraft is disconnected, but he went southbound and then turned westbound after the mountains just north of Los Angeles International Airport.
Thank you very much. Hi Amanda, welcome to the stream. We are still a little bit high here. Seems as if we need to go around maybe. Let's see, we're getting better here. Now we're gonna make it.
500.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Sink rate.
30. 20. 10.
And reverse us off. And we have to vacate here to the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California. The local time is
Southwest 620, welcome to Burbank. Stay
and it's currently about 75
Thank you.
degrees Fahrenheit. You can now please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete
Speed
stop
brake
and
up.
turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins.
Yeah, I know. Can be, but doesn't has to be.
Southwest 620, do you have a specific parking of choice? Yeah, you can hold short Charlie.
Yeah, we're holding short golf here, and we would like to go over to the other side, and gate should be Alpha 1 to Alpha 7, somewhere there.
Southwest 620, roger, stand by.
Standing by. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. And we can then start the APU. Engine ignition set to off.
Southwest 620, continue right on Charlie, cross runway 15, and you can continue into the terminal.
Yeah, continue right turn, crossing approved, and we will continue to the terminal, Southwest 620. Quarter brakes now off. I think this part here is very weird. Very, very weird. Oh, there's a lot of static traffic. I don't even know if there is a gate still left for me. Thank you very much, Alex. Yeah, it is basically a very nice approach, although mine was a little bit too steep, actually. I have no idea about the landing rate. I have to have a look at that after I stop the video. But yeah. Oh, there is exactly one gate left for me here. And this Southwest is actually... Is this real? I mean, I can't even pass this Southwest with my wings here. Yeah, I had to pull up in the end there. Okay, and over here to gate Alpha 2. We can turn off the second engine. So I think that should be, well no, actually we continue to go a little bit further. And there we go. Now we stop the aircraft. Parking brake set. APU generator 1 and 2 on. Engine 1 off. APU bleed on. Packs now to on. And that's it. Now go into the FS actions, ground services. So we need the ground power type. Set the wheel chocks. GPU card, so request it. Request stairs 1 and 2 left. Request the PAX bus, and then we wait until they are here. Then we will start the deboarding. And I can turn off the terrain here. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, actually, this one looks a little bit too small here. This one seems to be okay. If you stay far enough in. There's the passenger bus, and actually I thought I called for the other part as well here. Oh yeah, okay, it's arriving. Yeah, there we go. So doors, cargo doors are now open, and we can open the after entry. There we go, and the passengers are now deboarding. So let me quickly interact with the cabin crew. Generic, okay.
Checking in. Let us know if you need anything.
No, I wanted to have the deboarding status check. Okay, about 11 minutes.
We're still deplaning.
Okay. Ground maintenance. What about brake temperature? I have no information about hot brakes, but also I don't know if or where the hot brakes indicator is, if there would be some. Okay. Now we just wait. Oh, I can stop the recording here. Yeah, but I don't know why they are standing so far out. If you taxi down here, you cannot even pass them because their tail is too far out. But still, it's a very nice little airport. Auto brakes 2 was not enough. I did use manual braking after a short while. That's why I wanted to have a look about the brake temperature. Oh, there it is. Brake temperature. Okay, no, that's brake pressure. By the way, I can stop the clock here, 58 minutes, although we are already... Yeah, and that was it. No, I don't like to kill the brakes. Yeah, that was it. A very nice flight. A very nice flight here into Burbank Airport. Really like the airport. And now we just wait for another 7 minutes. Let's ask the cabin crew if they can expedite the deboarding process. Yeah, they made it from 7 to 5 minutes.
No promises.
Actually, I was thinking about flying an MD flight in Italy. In Italy. I didn't yet check what's going on there, and I'm actually not quite sure if I want to do that at all. I could also depart from Burbank again. No, it's too late for Paro. I think it's generally too late. We have already 9 o'clock here, and I need to go to bed very soon because I have to get up at 6 tomorrow morning. I mean, I could depart Burbank now. Let's see. but as I just saw, the controller is offline as well. Where could I go from here? Somewhere where I have ATC, and somewhere which is not far away. But no, there's actually nothing. No, I think I'm going offline now. I just wait until the deboarding is finished in 3 minutes, and then we have a look on the landing from the outside and the passenger view. And after that, I go offline. No, I don't want to go back to Las Vegas because I have no scenery over there. It's just a standard scenery, and I don't really like that. And the other things like Los Angeles or San Diego, well, Los Angeles is too close while San Diego is already too far again. So, yeah. I will do the next flight tomorrow evening, and I think I'm gonna go, I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna go with the MD-82 again. Although, let's check, maybe I'm... let me see. No. I'm gonna do Paro on Sunday, if nothing disturbs my plan. Paro will be done on Sunday, at about, let's say, 13 Zulu, the latest, because there is an event in Kathmandu. It's an inbound event to Pakistan, but we will use it to fly out of Kathmandu to Paro. So I will depart at around 13 Zulu, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. And yeah, that will be done on Sunday. For tomorrow evening, I think I'm going to fly the MD-82 again. I'm not quite sure where to go yet. Might be somewhere in Europe. I will check the ATC, what's going on there tomorrow and at which time. Although my I ordered the honeycomb flight yoke, which should be arriving tomorrow. So I'm not quite sure, maybe I will throw over all the plans and use it for the PMDG. I have no idea, but I think I will decide it tomorrow afternoon, and then I will update you about the plans. Okay, so passengers deboarded, disconnect on IVAO, and now have a look. No, not yet have a look. First of all, that's a little bit annoying, but never mind. Okay, and ground services, release, release, and release. Release, release, and release. And I, for now, will start the engines now. For the replay. And it will take some time anyway. Lights on. Strobe lights on. Gear is down, that's fine. And the fuel pumps are all on. Okay, that's fine. So engines should be starting, but they are not. Why not? Something is missing. That should be it. Maybe? No. Come on. What's going on? Packs off. APU bleed on. Engine failure number 2. Why do I have an engine failure now? What's going on? Well, I have the information about engine failure, low oil pressure, start valve open. So first of all, let's switch that back to off position. And now try it again. EGT is fine, and the engine is not starting up. Good thing it's happening now and not later on. I don't know what I did wrong. Engine 1 is on. Maybe it was because I turned it down during taxi, but normally that shouldn't do anything. Why is there low pressure? I have the bleed on. Engine failure. Okay, and now it should be able to start again, I think. Come on, what's the problem? What is the problem? And why are the wheel chocks still in? Didn't I... Removed. Okay. So next try with the... It's not starting, that's a problem. Nothing is going up, so the engine ignition seems to be broken. No idea. I have no idea. Engine 2 is just dead. Nothing is happening there. Maybe if I disconnect... Can I disconnect this in any way? No, I can just click it up. That's funny. EGT is going up, but nothing else is happening. Engine fail. Let's try it with the with the flight. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. APU generators on. Bleeds are on. Packs are off. Isolation valve closed. So why am I losing pressure here? Oh, now it's working. Wait. But it's set to off, isn't it? What's going on? Why is the engine now starting? Oh, because I pressed Control E, I guess. But still, I don't get that. I really don't get that. Anyways, engine 2 is running, although it's not the same as engine number 1. So there is definitely something wrong. But, well, it's on, and oh, now it's on. Okay, now it's fine. So, replay. Let's just set the aircraft up and... okay. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, come on, really? What the heck is going on? Maybe I have to turn them off because they were off when I was landing. I see. Okay, so I can forward a little bit here until here. And what about the flaps? They are not coming out, are they? No, they are not. So I have to do that manually, I think. Flaps 30 now. Why is the air condition off? Off schedule descend. Oh, I know why. Because the recirculation valves are. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so let's check. Oh, by the way, there are the 4 stacks here. There are the 4 stacks. Well, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I'm fairly high here, but it's not a too steep descent. Look at that, how nice this was. Okay, the overlay said 315, but that was not 315, not at all. Very good, very, very nice. So pause the replay, go back, resume. Take up that, no, actually. On the speed brake and then have a look from the window. Scenery is loading down there. You can see that it's a little bit muddy. Very nice. Very nice. So, and what I want to do next is I set the aircraft as it is on the speed brakes, set auto brake now to 3, and stop the replay and continue the flight manually. So now let's just do that again, and let's see if I cannot do that any better. The problem is I can't see the twin stacks here. The co-pilot can, if they would be loaded here.
Caution, terrain.
See,
Caution, terrain.
terrain radar is working.
Caution, terrain.
Can turn on the terrain radar here again. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot to set up the autopilot, the speed here, the auto speed, auto thrust. So apparently I cannot do it any better. No, you know what? Replay that, and then pause it, and then go. Okay, let's give it a second until everything is loaded. On the speed brakes here, auto brakes set to 3, flaps 30 are set, and now let's do that again. So auto throttle is now set to 137, and I was about to show you oh, the co-pilot doesn't have that thing here. It's just me having this. And we should be at about 3,000 or above once we start that turn. And this is the last time I'm going to do that, so I record this again. The problem is I cannot see the twin stacks from here. That is the problem. Even if I go over to co-pilot's perspective, I cannot see the 4 towers. That's the problem. And as I cannot see them, I don't really know when I have to turn. There's the runway. And I'm really looking forward to fly the with the honeycomb tomorrow. I hope it's coming. Man, this approach looks way better here. We're not as high as we were before. Although it is fairly easy to approach with this program, I can't remember its name, but you have this little thing here, and this is where you're gonna aim, where you're gonna fly to. So you just have to take care that this is where you wanna like land, and if it's below that point you have to rise the nose, if it's above that point you have to press nose down. And as you can see, I'm aiming to the landing point here. I'm a little bit off to the left side, so go more to the right.
Sync rate. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Well, that was a lot harder than the landing before. We can now vacate the runway. And that's it. So let's see that again. Auto braking disarm, yeah, can be disarmed. I have no idea. I have no idea where the brake temperature is. What is that? That's the yaw damper. There is no brake temperature. Well, definitely the approach looked a lot better than it was before. Alright. Let's take the speed brakes in. Arm them. And the air conditioner is still off. I don't know why. I have no idea. So something is going on with the air condition. Passenger view here. But anyway, I came in way better now. Yeah, it was a little bit hard, but not as hard as the overlay tells us with 718. Anyway, okay, guys, that was it for today. Thank you very much for joining. As I said, the next stream will be at tomorrow evening, and on Sunday there will be the flight from Kathmandu to Paro. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. If you haven't done so, give it a thumbs up, and if you like and want to support me, just subscribe to my channel, and then I hope to see you guys the next time. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Bye bye.